Good morning, all. Welcome to our Sunday meditation and Dharma gathering. My name is Jerry Rosa, and I'm a newbie here. I've been coming here since January of this year. Many times I've passed this place and always said, I want to check this place out, but I'd never really entered in here. And I keep wondering, why do I come back? And during a recent talk by Yeshu, another newbie here a few weeks ago, she said something that resonated with me. And that was that this place has a harmonizing energy and has been cultivated for decades here by the many friends that have come through here and those many who are still here, practicing dutifully every day, every week. And for me, it struck me that, and I got that aha moment that this is a spiritual powerhouse, this place. Subtle and also powerful at the same time. And for me, I find that the practices that are being done here, the bows that are taken, the words that are done, the Dharma exchanges, there's this essence that's being left over. And every time we dip into the consciousness, dip our consciousness into the void, we bring back some of that essence, and that essence stays here. And I think that's something that's been cultivated and activated over the years by the many friends who've been here, and those who are here now and online, and those who are yet to come. So with much gratitude, I say thank you to all of you. And today, Reverend Shawn will share his talk, Do You Believe in Buddha? And we will also hear from our intern Reverend J.D., who will be talking about the path that brought him here. Okay, now let us begin our practice together by reading the Essential Dharmas of Daily Practice on page 11. Essential Dharmas of Daily Practice. The mind is originally free from disturbance, but disturbances arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the equanimity of our true nature by letting go of disturbances. The mind is originally free from delusion, but delusions arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the wisdom of our true nature by letting go of delusions. The mind is originally free from wrongdoing, but wrongdoings arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the precepts of our true nature by letting go of wrongdoings. Let us replace disbelief, greed, laziness, and ignorance with belief, zeal, questioning, and dedication. Let us turn resentment into gratitude. Let us turn dependency into self-reliance. Let us turn reluctance to learn into willingness to learn well. Let us turn reluctance to teach into willingness to teach well. Let us turn the lack of public spirit into eagerness to serve the good of all. To prepare ourselves for sitting meditation, let us stretch our bodies and prepare our bodies for meditation. Please stay on your mats. Rebecca's going to lead us into some good back and leg stretching movements.
Good morning. We will start on the mats today, and I have had requests for back, focus on the back, so we will do that. And do what you're able with these, obviously, and then if you're in the chairs, it's very easy to do slight twisting. So if you're comfortable to sit like this, we'll start like this. And kind of like arch your shoulders a little bit, and then just gently put your legs to one side. They may not go all the way down, totally fine. And the other side. Okay, do that, and then with a straight back, gently turn in the direction of the twist and look behind your shoulder. As you breathe out, you can deepen the twist. And then turn around back, and maybe a slight twist the other way. Okay. And legs on the other side. And the same. Straight back. And the other way. Great. Okay. Hands up, and maybe just a gentle stretch of the legs. Excellent. Now, stand up. And we'll start with circles in the ankles. And in the other direction. Bend the toes if that feels good. Circles on the other side. Change direction. And bend the toes. All right, moving up to knees, let's warm our hands. Rub our knees gently. And do gentle circles with the knees. And the other direction. Up to hips. We're just putting our hips in a circle, keeping the torso generally stable while the hips are moving. And the other way. Good. Shoulders. Elbows in a circle. And you can do larger circles, smaller, whatever your body needs. And the other way. Heads, just put the neck down, relax your face, and do your neck in circles or half circles. Good. Let's do hands at the waist, and we're just going to bend with a flat back halfway down, just for a gentle stretch, and hold it there a little bit. Then fold as comfortably as whatever works for you. Fold down and hang. Loosen up. And bring it back up halfway again with a flat back. And back down. Up halfway. Back down. Curl up, one vertebra at a time. Hands up and down. Good. Now we'll do a little gentle yoga, pointing one toe forward, the other back, hands out, front knee bent, looking over the fingers of your arm that's stretching out. And look to your back arm and see if it's parallel or is it far down or up. Just sort of adjust it. And straighten front leg. Shift torso forward. Perfect. Back up. Let's do that on the other side. Front knee bent. Tuck your tailbone in a little. Straighten front leg. Shift. And hands down. Excellent. Didn't know you were doing a yoga class today. Breathing in and out. One more time. In and out. Palms together, and please join us in 4 bows to Dharmakaya Buddha.
With gratitude, I bow to the grace of heaven and earth, honoring the marvelous gift of nature and the universe. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of parents and everyone who has given me life and nurtured me. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of fellow beings, the truth of interconnectedness among all beings. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of laws, which guides us, protects us, and promotes justice.
Good morning for our Sunday morning practice. What day is it today?
Sunday.
May 4th, May the 4th be with you. When we start meditation with a little laughter, meditation becomes more enjoyable and more relaxing. Please rock your body from side to side, forward, backward. Let's take a minute to make sure our seat is comfortable. And if you can push your pelvic floor or hips especially a little bit further back, and imagine you're really spreading your pelvic floor on your mat, on your chair, on your bench. And then you may also gently push your knees down to feel more anchored, grounding sense. And when you feel ready, gently stretch your back. And then open your heart and chest. At the same time, relax your shoulders. Note of your arms, hands, gently relaxing down. Gently relaxing on your laps or knees. And again, check your sitting bones, pelvic floor. And this time, invite your lower abdomen, the sense of groundingness from your lower abdomen, sitting in with your pelvic floor and with your whole body, especially lower back, lower abdomen. Beautiful. I already feel the energy that has been settling in. And gently tuck in your chin. In that way, your ears naturally aligned on above your shoulders. And now relax our forehead. Soften our eyes. Note whether you are breathing or holding your breath. Note whether you are letting in and out of your breath. Also note your cheeks and chins around your mouth to see if you are somehow clenching your mouth. So then if you can relax any tightness around your mouth. Note the sense of your sitting body, getting taller, heart opening, chest opening even more. How grateful we are Simply noting that I am alive. I am breathing. I am pausing, connecting with my heart of peace. How grateful I am that I can be aware of this present peace. Simply sitting in peace with a still body, breathing body, with this awareness together, we cultivate such a most powerful energy. We call it peace. Peace. Here. From here now. We understand our minds are very powerful. Our thoughts can go everywhere, anyway, any directions. Yet we have a mind power to gather. Simply letting go of our thoughts with the exhalation. Come back to this present moment through our eyes, nose, mouth, ears, body, and thoughts. We can always go outward, yet at this practice time, we choose to be here, walking inward, turning inward, and we choose to rest our minds, hearts, maybe there for a while, meeting no one, and simply walking inward for a while together. prayer chant, Yongju. Page 4. Let us read. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being.
My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth.
Chanti
Yonggi Ashim Jong Mansayoe Ashim Tong Chanji Yoa Dong Il Che Ayo Chanji Dong Shim Jong Chanji Yonggi Ashim Jong Mansayo E Ashim Tong Chanji Yoa Dong Il Che Ayo Chanji Dong Shim Jong Chanji Yonggi Ashim Jong Mansayo E Ashim Tong Chanji Yoa Dong Il Che Ayo Chanji Dong Shim Jong Chanji Yonggi Ashim Jong Mansayo E Ashim Tong Chanji Yoa Dong Il Che Ayo Chanji Dong Shim Jong Chanji Yonggi Ashim Jong Mansayo E Ashim Tong Chanji Yoa Dong Il Che Ayo Chanji Dong Shim Jong Chanji Yonggi Ashim Jong Mansayo E Ashim Tong Chanji Yoa Dong Il Che Ayo Chanji Dong Shim Jong Chanji Yonggi Ashim Jong Mansayo E Ashim Tong Chanji Yoa Dong Il Che Ayo Chanji Dong Shim Jong Chanji Yonggi Ashim Jong Mansayo E Ashim Tong Chanji Yoa Dong Il Che Ayo Chanji Dong Shim Jong.
Palms together. 합장. May prayer. Dharmakaya Buddha fourfold grace. 법신불 사은이시여. We are grateful to welcome the beautiful month of May. As we move from the cool energy of spring to the warm, growing energy of summer, may we deepen our spiritual roots in Dharma. May we pause in the wonder of this deep, rich green and receive its robust energy. Recalling our recent celebrations of Great Awakening Day, let us be reminded that awakening is possible at every moment, and our awakening journeys are supported through our regular, consistent, threefold practice: meditation, inquiry, and mindful choice in action. In May, we honor our mothers, the ones who gave us our physical bodies and nurtured us into adulthood. We honor as well our spiritual mothers who have nurtured our minds and hearts. We are grateful for the plants in our gardens that are growing to sustain our bodies. We are ever grateful for our kind volunteers who who nurture the temple gardens. We are healed by nature. We honor Mother Earth. The suffering and conflict in the world make our hearts ache. May we come together in prayer and hope, not being deluded by the pull of division. On May 26th, we will come together on Memorial Day for the day of meditation to expand our hearts of peace. May our kind intentions and mindful actions promote peace here and throughout the world. In the month of May, let us bless and encourage one another to live mindfully, skillfully, and lovingly. This we pray. This we pray. 원하옵니다.
원하옵니다. 간절히 간절히 원하옵니다. 내 손길 닿는 곳 내 발길 마우는 곳 내 음성 외치는 곳 내 마음 향하는 곳마다 우리 모두 다 함께 우리 모두 다 함께 성불 제주 인연이 되어지랴.
I
Wish and pray sincerely and truly, where my hands touch the world, where my feet walk on the earth, where my voice echoes through the hills, and in all realms where my heart and mind reach, that we all together share a true affinity for attaining great enlightenment and for helping all living beings.
Now, let us gently stretch our legs, and we're going to have a body care, stretching and body energizing meditation. It's called moving meditation, guided by Kathleen.
Hello. So yes, just stretch out your legs. And we're first going to give knees some TLC. So let's rub our hands together. And place those nice warm hands right on your knee. Really rub all around. Let's rub our hands together again. This time, place your hand behind your knee. Rub there on the sides. Okay, let's point your feet and then pull up. Point, pull up, do circles with your feet. And other direction. Beautiful. Lace your fingers together. Take a breath in. Stretch up. Then tilt to one side. The other side. And now place your hands behind your head. And then toggle back and forth. Get a nice twist. Beautiful. Let's release. Let's shake our hands. Let's lift up our shoulders, taking a breath in. One more time. Beautiful. Breathing in, palms up. Make a big energy circle. Breathing down. Breathing up. Palms together. Down to heart center. Thank you.
This morning, Reverend Shawn will share his Dharma Talk. Do you believe in Buddha? Let us now practice deep listening as we warmly welcome Reverend Shawn.
Good morning. In Korea or in Asia, this season is filled with celebration. Candles lit and brilliantly colored lotus lanterns shine for Buddha's birthday. As the day comes near, I find myself reflecting on what the Buddha means to me. And just then, I received a call, something I'd like to share with you today. Ding. Are you Buddhist? Do you believe in God? One day, a guy asked me over the phone, "Why don't you believe in God?" Oh, this guy wants a fight. It wasn't the first time, and it caught me off guard. The question was so sudden that I laughed, but after the call ended, the question lingered in my mind. Then I imagined, what if someone called the church and asked, "Does your church have a Buddha?" It sounds unlikely and even absurd. Nah. But in that awkward reverse, something important arises. Do I believe in Buddha? Well, I might say, I follow the Buddha's teaching and respect him as a teacher. I believe in awakening and in the Buddha nature within myself. But still, for this talk, I chose to use the phrase believe in Buddha, and let's see where it leads us. Again, do I believe in Buddha? The founding master Sotaesan once welcomed visitors who asked, "Where is your Buddha enshrined?" When community practitioners returned from the fields with tools in hand, he pointed and said, "They are the Buddhas of our temple." The Buddha is not only on altars. The Buddha is the one who tries to stay awake, who seeks to nurture their mind, and who lives for the truth by following the way in everyday life. We all are. Then, how do we believe in Buddha? By taking refuge in the three jewels, Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. With belief, reverence, and wholehearted commitment, we can truly believe in Buddha. The third head Dharma master, Master Taesan, elaborated on the three jewels in the scripture. First, we take refuge in the Buddha. that begins with reverence for the Buddha as a sacred teacher. Then we expand that reverence to include all awakened beings and see the things as expressions of Buddha. Ultimately, we awaken to our true nature, the self-Buddha within. The next one is Dharma. Then we take refuge in the Dharma. We start by trusting the Buddha's teachings. Then we honor all enlightened truth. As we deepen, we can find Dharma in all things of nature and the universe. Eventually, we realize that the true Dharma arises from your own awakened mind. And alongside that, we take refuge in the Sangha. At first, we rely on noble teachers and sincere practitioners. We then begin to recognize the Sangha in all hearts and places where truth is lived with sincerity. Ultimately, through practice, we become a living example of the Sangha, a refuge for others, like Jerry mentioned at the opening. So taking refuge in the taking refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha begins with reverence for the traditional forms, the teacher, the teachings, and the community. It then expands to include all beings and truth in the universe. Ultimately, it points inward to awakening our own Buddha nature, discovering truth within, and becoming a source of refuge ourselves. This is how we find Buddha within or believe in Buddha. There is a story the founding master once said to a Christian elder. If God is everywhere, have you ever seen him or heard him? When the visitor admitted he had not, the Sotaesan replied, no matter which tradition you follow, with sincere practice, your mind will open. Then you'll become a true disciple of Jesus and understand the truth of God thoroughly. Also, the recently departed Pope Francis also once said to atheists, you don't have to believe in God to be good, just follow your conscience. Aren't the enlightened ones so beautiful? Their words transcend religion and point us to something deeper, the inner guidance toward truth and awakening. Now, if I were asked that same question again, I think I'm more ready. In that sense, yes. I actually do believe in God that's omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent, just like the three jewels within myself. Are you? Do you believe in God or perhaps in Buddha? Thank you.
Well, thank you, Reverend Shawn, for the laughter and for reminding us that we all have Buddha nature within us and that we are surrounded by teachers and teaching and our wonderful community that helps support our practice. So let's pause for a moment and just reflect on what Reverend Shawn's talk meant to you. Okay, friends at home, this is your chance to put your reflections in the live chat or just sit quietly. And friends here in the Dharma Hall, we invite you to pair up with 2 or 3 people and discuss your takeaways from the talk.
Reverend Jong Dok, intern Reverend student, are visiting this whole month of May. He's about to end his training, and as a part of a training course, all the intern students are supposed to visit any temple they choose for 1 month experience and as a practical practice. We are very happy to have a Reverend Jong Dok, aka Reverend JD. Please welcome Reverend JD.
Good morning, everyone. Before I begin my story, I want to sincerely thank you for giving me this opportunity to share with you today. I am a pre-minister and a student at one institute. I have come to North Carolina for a month's practicum. I would like to start by sharing about my name, which will also lead into an introduction about myself and my spiritual journey. Currently, I go by 2 names. Like many Won Buddhist practitioners, I have a legal name and a Dharma name. My legal name is Ujin Kim, and my Dharma name is Jongdeok Kim. But when I was born, my parents actually registered my legal name as Jongdeok because even then they hoped I would one day become a Won Buddhist Gyomunim. They are very dedicated practitioners of Won Buddhism, and they raised me in that spirit. As a child, I would follow them to the temple, but since there weren't any kids my age there, it just felt like a boring place to me. My mother used to say, "I hope you grow up to be a Gyomunim someday." But I would always reply, "Never." That's never going to happen. Never. I insisted that I didn't want to live that life of one Buddhist minister. So eventually, my mother told me I should change my legal name, because if I wasn't going to live out the intention behind the name Jongdeok, it no longer made sense to keep it. That's how my legal name changed from Jongdeok to Ujin. By the time I entered university, I had become almost completely disconnected from Won Buddhism. I told myself, everything is fine. I believed I was emotionally stable and living the life of normal, well-adjusted young adults who was studying to be an accountant. But while preparing to take the accountant certification exam, a quiet but persistent sense of loneliness and emptiness began to grow inside me. Something within me was saying, "Go back to the temple." So I did. And over time, it became a refuge, somewhere my heart could rest. As I began to study the teachings again, especially with other young practitioners, deep and long buried questions began to rise up within me. Questions about life, meaning, and my own purpose. Sitting with those questions, I realized something. I had a calling. I wanted to be someone who could serve others and contribute to the world in a meaningful way. With that realization, I made the decision to follow the path of Won Buddhist 교무님. I immediately enrolled in Won University to begin formal study and training. At first, I thought that once I started practicing, I would feel better right away. But instead, I felt more unsettled and uncomfortable. I kept asking myself, why is this happening? Then it hit me. For the first time, I was turning inward. I was starting to see myself clearly, not blaming others, but literally seeing what was going on inside me. The practices, meditation, chanting, journaling, and scripture study became a mirror, reflecting my inner state. Gradually, I began to recognize the roots of my inner turmoil and the restlessness in my heart. Yes, it was difficult, but it was also that first time I felt that real peace might be possible. I began to confront what was actually arising in me. The habit of comparing myself to others, the harsh inner criticism, the impatience I carried for so long, all of it was coming into focus. I came to realize that true spiritual cultivation begins when we learn to observe ourselves just as we are, with compassion, not judgment. It begins when we set a sincere intention to train the mind, transform our habits, and return to our original nature. Now, as I live the life of a Prime Minister, I have been reflecting more deeply on the mindset I need to cultivate. I feel the need to study Master Sotaesan's teachings more intensively and to gain more direct experience through sincere practice. By next December, I will be ordained and officially become a Won Buddhist minister. That day is approaching quickly, and I know there isn't much time left to focus myself solely on study and inner cultivation. That's why these days I am intentionally turning inward, dedicating myself to observing my mind more closely, sincerely carrying out each task I am given, and continuously asking, how can I understand Master Sotaesan's teaching more deeply? How can I embody them more fully in my daily life? On this path, how can I experience more clarity and greater compassion? If I can truly live out the answers to these questions, then I believe I will finally be living in accordance with the meaning of my Dharma name, Chongde, which means the ultimate embodiment of Tao. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for sharing that. That was a wonderful, wonderful story of your your path so far. So how wonderful it's been to practice with all of you today. And we welcome Reverend J.D. and very happy that you're here for a month.
This October, Reverend Won and Reverend Ginger will guide a week-long retreat at the Won Dharma Center in the Catskill Mountains. The theme will be Gratitude Awakening. This promises to be a truly amazing retreat experience, and registration is now open on the Won Dharma Center website if you'd like to sign up.
And mark your calendars for Memorial Day, Monday, May 26th. We're going to be having our annual day-long meditate-a-thon for peace at Chapel Hill Temple. This is a peace prayer session, and every half hour? Every half hour we do meditation, so you can come in, meditate, stay for one session, go out, walk the garden, come back for another, and it goes on all day. It's fantastic.
And this Thursday at 10 a.m. and 7 p.m., our weekly discussion groups will study the last chapter on practice, which is chapter 3 in our Big Red Book. And this will conclude our 63-week journey through this chapter. Yay! But don't worry, we'll do it again. And next week, we're going to we'll have a question and answer and finish up the last verse. And then on May 22nd, we're going to begin a new book called The Method of Sitting Meditation. It's by Venerable Shawn. He's our 4th head Dharma master. And so the book is available in the foyer if you'd like to buy it, and you're welcome to come join our Dharma discussions.
There's going to be a Won Buddhism intro class on Saturday, May 31st, 2 o'clock in person at the Raleigh Temple. It's a wonderful opportunity to get a sort of Won Buddhism intro or booster, whatever you need, and it's highly recommended. You can sign up for it on the website.
And for a double dose of calm, you're invited to join us at our Raleigh Center this afternoon at 4 o'clock for more meditation. Our Raleigh Center is nestled in the peaceful forest near Falls Lake, and all are welcome.
Now let's turn to page 13, Morning Prayer Song. Dharmakaya Buddha, forfold grace, I begin a new day in your presence. Today full of health and with peace of mind. May I walk along the path of the Buddha. Dharmakaya Buddha, forfold grace, I begin a new day with your grace. Today gratefully and with gentle words, may I live in harmony with all those I meet. Dharmakaya Buddha, forfold grace, I begin a new day with compassion. Today making the world a more loving place. May I do all that I can for one world.
Let us open our hearts, raise arms up high, and clasp our fingers above our head. Feel your back nicely stretched, tall and happy. And gently release and down. Scoop the Qi energy from the earth. Breathe in, raise up and drop, relax. Now palms together. We bow to each other. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your practice. 감사합니다. And waving hands to our friends. See you next week. Next week we'll have a Mother's Day service.